All right, flipping over to like MTHFR and adrenal fatigue, people that are sensitive to everything. What would you start with them, or what are your thoughts?
Adrenal fatigue, please forgive me, I'm going to say something controversial for you. Adrenal fatigue, you could just have a low adrenal output due to vitamin deficiencies, or the fatigue you have may not be adrenal at all, it may just be from the vitamin deficiencies. The only adrenal fatigue I've ever seen is when someone has hypocortisolism and due to vitamin deficiencies usually. But there are other reasons you get hypocortisolism. So don't throw that phrase around readily. It's taken with a grain of salt on my end. But so if someone's really sensitive and they overmethylate at the touch of anything, I'll usually put them on hydroxy, B12, and folinic acid. Not folic acid, but occasionally I do use folic acid. It's controversial because you guys have been given a lot of misinformation. But if you look back at what Gary Brecka said to Joe Rogan, you gotta listen really carefully. Listen to that video again. Gary Brecka says the right thing. He says 44% of people, he does it really quickly, kind of quietly as he's turning his head, 44% of people can't absorb folic acid because they have, I'll tell you why, he didn't say why, but it's because you have folic acid FOLR2 homozygosities. And in my reaction video, I discussed that with him about that. If you have FOLR2 homozygosities, you don't have a folic acid receptor that works. If your FOLR2 is intact and you don't have any SNPs there, you can absorb folic acid as a accessory pathway. 56% of the population can do that. When I look at genetics, I'm always telling people, you can't absorb folic acid, you gotta absorb it. I'm not always doing that, but if I find it, I tell them that. And it's about 44%. So nearly half of the patients I see have that problem. Yeah. So I'd start with probably folinic acid, which is different. It's a form of folinate. So, and it works really well.